My name is David. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you develop your musical personality on the instrument so that you can tell a better, more personal musical story. Practicing in front of the TV, is it good? Is it bad? Let's answer the question, but before we do that, let's talk about music and let's talk about what music really is. Music is really a language. I truly mean that. It's a language just like the real language, with vocabulary, with grammar, and with different words meaning different things depending on the context, which in the end, all these things together serve to communicate something. Emotions, stories, all of that. Okay, let's talk about your native tongue. Maybe it's English, maybe it's French. For me, it's French. French was the first language that I learned as a baby. I was born and raised in France. And so the sounds of the French language were very natural to me. You know, the R's, the sounds that, English-speaking people might not have acquired because they didn't hear it as babies. So it's very easy for me. C'est très, très facile pour moi de parler français. J'oublie quelques mots des fois, mais c'est très facile pour moi de parler français parce que anyways, very easy for me to speak that language. Those sounds are embedded in me. I'm so sorry to interrupt this video, but I have to thank today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare.com is an online learning platform on which you can learn pretty much anything you want. As a matter of fact, in 2020, I decided to get better, to perfect different things or learn new things, including personal branding. That's a topic that I've always kind of been interested in, and I'm actually taking a course right now on Skillshare.com, and you should too. And in order for you to do that, well, Skillshare is giving away 500 2 months premium access to their platform. That's right, if you're one of the first 500 people to redeem that offer, the link is below, you will get full unlimited access to Skillshare's platform for 2 months. Check it out, it's below, and even if you don't, plans are really affordable. For only $10 a month, you can learn everything you want on Skillshare.com. Check it out, I love it. For now, let's continue talking about practicing in front of your TV. As musicians, music oftentimes is not our native tongue. You're not born just hearing, in this case, guitar music. Well, maybe a little bit, but really not as much as you are now if you're a musician working on this. So it's a little bit different. Learning the language of music is a little bit different than learning your native tongue. Okay, let's talk about that now. Let's talk about learning a foreign language. Let's consider that English is your native tongue and then you're learning French. So you're going to learn a lot of different things. You've got to relearn everything. You've got to learn the way that you build sentences together, that you put words together. You've got to learn vocabulary. You've got to learn the sounds. All those things are approached with the filter of your native tongue. I promise there is a point. We're going to get back to that TV thing in just a minute. So we're going to consider that we learn guitar as a foreign language. So we're approaching it with a filter of our native tongue, our backgrounds. Even further, are the movements that you do with your hands. You know how to walk. That's kind of almost your native tongue. You learn how to walk as a baby. It's very natural to you. Playing guitar is not necessarily natural. Putting your fingers like this and then strumming certain strings, it's not natural. So you've got to use all the things that are embedded in you, those movements, and reuse them in a certain way. And that's the truth for anything musical, not just the techniques, but also the phrasing skills, when you improvise, composition, all those things are not native to you. So there's different things that need to happen. Okay, we're gonna get to the TV now. When you are practicing in front of the TV, there are certain elements of your playing that are engaged. What is engaged? Well, this is engaged. Your hands have contact with the instrument. That's engaged. So therefore, your muscles, your tendons, all that is engaged. What is not engaged? Your ears are not really engaged. Your ears are focusing to something else, the TV. That's the TV right there. Your mind is engaged towards that. All of that part of your being is engaged here. The lower part, your hands, your fingers, and muscles are engaged here with your instrument. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Should you be practicing in front of the TV? Yes, you should. Should you only be practicing in front of the TV? No. There is a difference between active practice and passive practice. Active practice is when you might be watching a video on the channel where you might pause the video, you might try something that I'm telling you, engaging your mind to translate what I'm telling you in the video and apply it to your instrument. Or maybe you're downloading a backing track, which, by the way, the backing track that I was using in the intro can be grabbed for free with the scale diagrams, and all the other downloads of the channel can be downloaded for free. There's a link below. Sign up once, you'll get access to all that for free. But when you're practicing these backing tracks, well, you're actively practicing. You're trying to listen to this and sing it maybe. And as you practice effectively, like actively, you're going to gather some things in your hands to translate the musical thoughts. It might be a little bit hard to do so. Maybe you're encountering something like this at some point that you really like. You like this, you're jamming, and you really want it, but it's not very smooth. So what do? Well, you take note of that thing. So that little technique, that involves different muscle, different tendons and things like that. That is the kind of thing that you're going to do in front of the TV. You set it in stone in your mind. Okay, this is the thing that I'm going to work on. And you just passive, let your fingers just get comfortable with those movements in front of the TV where you're noodling things that you have acquired during active practicing. It's very simple. Most of us do it, but it's a fundamental thing to do to really not just get in front of the TV and just let your fingers go and play those blues licks or whatever. No. You have to have a plan even when you're practicing in front of the TV. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to practice my alternate picking. Great. Just watch The Simpsons with alternate picking or whatever it is. That's really going to help your playing if you combine the active practicing, learning something completely new, and the passive to solidify that concept. I hope that made sense. If not, let me know below. And if you have a special way that you love to practice, I would love to know, because I'm all about practice this year in 2020. I really want to get better at being more efficient. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, you can grab that backing track that I was jamming at the beginning of the video. It's so much fun. And the scales, the diagrams, and explore new concepts. Sign up once, it's free. The link is below. Thank you for watching this video. If this is your first visit, well, you made it to the end. Thanks. Consider subscribing so that you don't miss anything. And I'll see you next time. Practice well.